So it's 2022 and you want to apply for US citizenship. In this video, I'm going to cover the steps, the process, and what it's like to actually go to a real interview. I'm right here at 26 Federal Plaza. My client earlier today had a N400 US citizenship interview that took place. She was in and out of the building in about 1 hour. 10 o'clock was the appointment time. They saw her a little bit less than an hour or so, and she was done in 10-15 minutes. We walked out together. She's going to be getting a letter in the mail about when she's going to have her oath ceremony. In this video, tune in. I'm going to explain all the steps in the process, how we got her here, and what you should look for in 2022 if you want to apply for U.S. citizenship. Hi, my name is Mohammad Saleem. I'm an attorney in New York practicing immigration law since 2010. And in this video, I'm going to cover, my client's kind of journey from getting the green card to applying for citizenship and how that took place and what are things that you should pay attention to if you're in the New York, New Jersey area and you want to apply for citizenship. So you can become basically you don't have to worry about renewing your green card and get a U.S. passport and travel on a U.S. passport. So she had hired me about 1.5 years ago during COVID to do her citizenship application. She'd been a green card holder. She lives in Westchester. We met online. We worked together. We filled out the forms. I e-filed her case for the N400, which is the U.S. citizenship application. We scanned all the documents, her green card, her marriage certificate, her taxes, for the last 3 to 5 years or so. Those are some of the documents that you have to show that when you are applying for it. She had no criminal history, very straightforward person, lived a normal life and so forth, had done nothing wrong, never been arrested, paid her taxes on time, had a good job, very straightforward. So the process was relatively simple, in terms of getting the documentation, scanning them, uploading them, and so forth. And then we just kind of waited to see what happens in terms of her interview date. So it did take about 1 year due to COVID, and the delays that have been taking place. But, her interview was earlier today. She was very excited. She wanted to get this process completed so she could have a U.S. passport, travel without any restrictions. She was getting a little bit older. She wanted to stay overseas in her home country of Egypt because her mother was there, and she wanted to not have to worry about, because when you're a green card holder, you have to come back into the U.S. within 6 months or so. So we said, let's do this. This is the best way. Even if you're going to be outside of the U.S. for more than 6 months, you will have nothing to worry about. So she showed up here with myself around 10 o'clock. That's when the interview time is. Actually, she showed up a little bit earlier, but they don't let you into this building. Right behind me, 26 Federal Plaza, it's empty now, but in the mornings, there's lines sometimes of 100, 200 people trying to get in, because this is where they do citizenship interviews, green card interviews, and on, the 12th and the 14th floor, they also have immigration court where people are fighting their asylum cases. I'm here on a regular basis, as well as other, attorneys that practice immigration law. So, her floor was 800. That's where the citizenship applications take place. And, we went in together, we checked in, and after that, they said, just please have a seat, we'll call you. And relatively within like 30 to 45 minutes or so, an immigration officer said, okay, yes, we're going to, have you go there. The interview started or so. And it was very straightforward. The citizenship interview in 2022, simple questions in terms of, you can now look them up. They're not going to ask you tricky questions. They're going to ask you simple questions. You can download them and read all those questions. And they asked her, can she write something in English? And obviously they could see that she was conversational in English, just enough to make sure that she can, when she becomes a citizen, if she has to do jury duty, she'll understand the law and the process of this government, so that she can partake in it. So it was relatively straightforward. I had nothing much to say. She just wanted me to be there as her attorney because, she was scared of the process, intimidated, worried that, for some reason, they might deny her case. And, it was relatively straightforward. The immigration officer said, thank you very much. You've passed this part. I'm just going to, run a check on your file and that, everything should be approved, and that you'll get a letter within 10 business days, maybe 2 weeks or so. That'll be, perhaps for your oath ceremony. Sometimes they could always hold the file. Most of the time they haven't been holding files. So that's what you want to kind of pay attention to. After you're finished with your citizenship interview, you want to kind of explain to the immigration officer that, okay, I passed, I'm looking forward to the oath ceremony. That's really important in New York City. They have oath ceremonies in this building as well, or lately that's what they've been doing. So you can basically go ahead and get your oath ceremony scheduled. All right, so that's all. I know it's a little hot out here. I'm in a suit. It's July, but 2022, those are the steps in the process. Tune in. If you've got other questions about citizenship, you can leave a comment. I try to share information, explain, and kind of help people understand what this process is. If you're a green card holder, thinking about applying for citizenship, this is the best time now to do it. We encourage everybody to apply, become a citizen, so they don't have to worry about losing their green card and traveling with, restrictions or staying overseas and so forth. Thank you.